Hello guys, my name is Lord Tomo here again with another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collectible review. As you already know, my name is Lord Tomo, and we have the little blue star with an interesting hat that I'm probably never going to question. Why are you going to be guarding the Sonic? Not too sure, but we're going to talk with him another day. Let's get into the actual review, something that I had for a while and somebody obviously made mention, so I might as well get into it and just review it and get this probably out of the way. Not out of the way in the sense that it's bad, but kind of like, you know, you get what I mean, people, you get what I mean. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog, or in this case the Sonic Colors game, but for the Nintendo DS, if you want to say that in Spanish, or das, or dus if you're German. Is that how they say German? I don't know, I'm guessing. Now this game more or less was a limited edition version. In other words, you could only have got on this if you obviously bought it online or, you know, bought it from a reseller. But when it first was released in 2010, if I'm not mistaken, you had to pre-order this through a store called EB Games, which I'm not too sure if it's worldwide. I'm pretty sure the US has it. I'm not too sure about the UK or Europe or Asia. I'm pretty sure it's not Asia. Anyway, pretty much you pre-ordered this, and when the game came in, you obviously paid the rest, or if you paid the total amount, and you got the game and you had various other things. Now, like the Wii version, this game did come with bonuses. Obviously you get obviously the nice little box, which I'm going to get into it soon, but you get obviously a figurine and 3 different wisps, which of course I will get into as well. As per the name, we shall look around the box and talk briefly about it and just my general thoughts of it. Now, overall, the design, if you checked out my the Sonic Colors Wii version review, if you haven't, I recommend you check it out, simply because there's a lot of similarities that I'm going to obviously compare. Like the Wii version, the color scheme is pretty much predominantly the same, which is predominantly just white. Now, obviously, you have the top, which is Wi-Fi. It says Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, which means you can connect Wi-Fi. Oh my God! I don't know. It's just a gimmick, I suppose. And you have one of the bandits here. This is the Cubot. There's also the Orbot, but this is the Cubot. If you ever played the game for the Sonic Way, the Wii version or the D, I'm pretty sure. Well, the thing is, I've never actually played the DS version. I have. Well, it's not that I didn't have time. I just never went around to have it, so I'm not too sure if they. It would appear, I would imagine, but I'm gonna assume. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that he does appear. Cubot and Orbot, which, you know, in the Wii version was very, you know, slapstick humor, if that's what they refer to. It's very okay, jokes over. You know what I mean? That sort of humor. But you know, I got a good laugh out of it. So if he gets a good laugh out of it, I think it's pretty awesome. Obviously, you have the Sonic Colors bottom at the very, and you have the limited edition pack, includes Sonic Colors Nintendo DS game plus figurines, and you obviously have G for General, or G for everybody really, Nintendo, Sega, and obviously the logo. Generally, the front cover of this isn't too impressive. I personally like the top. Now, the top is exactly the same. It says limited edition pack includes, and there is Orbot, which becomes a circle. Well, not a circle, but an orbitable creature. It's not even a creature, it's a bandit. It's a robot, guys. It is a robot. Why I like the top opposed to the front is because you have this nice little symbol. Very majestic, very nice. I like that. I especially like that on the Wii version, and I like that on here. I don't know, just small things interest small people, I suppose. I don't know. It just looks impressive. This looks plain-ish kind of thing, but meh. At the very bottom, another thing that I personally like, Sonic Colors and that nice symbol. On the side, it just has Sonic Colors, there's Sonic the Hedgehog, and the various wisps that he could use in the game. Interesting fact, if you know, of course, the DS version had different exclusive wisps compared to the Wii version, and vice versa. Kind of different stages, similar stages. Why they did it, obviously to cross-platform, cross-sell, etc., etc. But it's definitely a nice keeper, and obviously you have the game. At the back, you have a Dr. Eggman. Welcome to Dr. Eggman, incredible interstellar amusement park. I don't know. I just figured that's best said in the Arnold voice. I'm guessing. I don't know. Guys, it is late here. Expect the unexpected. And you just have a general picture of the actual, you know, stages and a few disclaimers. Overall, the box isn't as glamorous as the Wii version, but it does has aspects that I personally like, which is quite ironic. Like, the bottom is by far the most decorative and most, you know, standoffish, not standoffish, but the very prominent feature of the whole box, and yet you just put it on like that. I don't know. Well, let's open this baby up. I like to open my things from the bottom. Now this is obviously the game. Mind you, I've never actually played the game, that's why it's actually in its original Shriek sheet. But pretty much the game itself is Sonic Colors, there it is, and various wisps, and is it what? Yeah, so you can actually rip it off. It says obviously from the Nintendo DS, it's rated, I don't know, 3 PG, I'm guessing 3 and above, I don't know. You have Nintendo at the bottom, and you have obviously the back, which is pretty much the back of the actual, you know, box itself. It does come with the game, of course. It does come with the manual. Obviously, it's in a Shrek. I haven't played it. I might take it out of the package and mess around with the game a bit, but in the meantime, I'm just going to leave it as is. And that is that. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy. There is the game. But we are here. Now, before I quickly show you the figurine, I want to make mention, in the Wii version, the actual back of the game kind of gives it a more fluorescent, more lifelike sort of appeal to it, as in the game itself kind of acted like a backdrop and Sonic was part of it. This doesn't actually give you the feel for it, which you make do with what you have, right? Now, other than that, there's absolutely nothing inside the actual box. We're just going to put this aside for now and talk loosely of the actual figurine. These figurines were made by, if you guys already know, Jazzware. Now, Jazzware is pretty much, to be honest, there are a lot of people that have mixed reviews. I think they're pretty nice. I have a box full of Jazzware toys, you know, in their original packaging anyway, and I don't have an issue with it. Some people say they do because obviously it's cheaply made supposedly, but then again, you know, it's designed for kids, you know, you're gonna mess around with it. Now you do have obviously Sonic the Hedgehog, which, if I'm not mistaken, it is a modern as Sonic. There you go. And you have 3 Wisp. You have the blue one, which, if I'm not mistaken, it's the blue cube Wisp. The yellow one is the yellow, this one, the yellow drill Wisp, and the red one is the red burst Wisp. What I absolutely love about the game, and I don't know if it's just me, tell me you guys if you are pretty much the same, is the fact that each time you got the Wisp, you had that epic sound like drill, burst, you know, it just, oh my god, empowering. I don't know, I just got major high out of that. But it's definitely something, you know, that I was kind of like, oh my god, that's so epic. It really captures the epicness. So we'll go through one Wisp at a time. This is the yellow drill Wisp, which is, please focus, which is pretty nice. Like, it's cute. Like, obviously the back you have the white. Small nitpick, it's really stupid, but I'm gonna say it. I would have preferred if this was yellow, just for the sake of it. But I can understand, because it's not meant to stand on its, actually, is it meant to, well, actually, you can actually stand it on itself. There you go. So it would have done them justice if they painted it yellow, if someone would just want to display that, but meh. Generally it does capture the actual Wisp beautifully, and I think it's a pretty decent Wisp, to be honest. The second one, if I can get him out, is the blue cube Wisp. There it is. Once again, beautifully, alright, pretty plain, but that's the Wisp itself. You've got 3 eyes, 3 legs, and it's just a cube. No more detail. Unlike the yellow drill Wisp, which has, like, come on, focus, please. There we go. Has, you know, orangey-ish. Is it orange? Light orange stripes. This one is just a plain blue. Once again, stupid, but I really would prefer this. I would have preferred this to be blue already. Once again, this actually holds itself on its place. There you go. You know what? I'm just gonna show you. Bring it up. There you go. Okay. The Wisp of just collapsing on itself. Wow. And obviously you have Sonic the Hedgehog, which here it is, and he's holding, I'm just going to take this out, he's holding, well, I'm going to drop it first and then show you, he's wearing the red burst Wisp, which is pretty alright. I would have preferred, I'm just going to put this, yeah, you just stay there, Sonic, lie down in agony. Where is it? Okay, it doesn't really show it, I'm just going to, hold on. Okay, so see this, the red burst Wisp over here, it kind of has a general flow of colorness of fire. This one does capture it perfectly. It's hard to really see, you have obviously bits at the bottom, but it does, you know, it does play it throughout. I would have preferred it to be more, I wouldn't say harmonious, but I would have preferred it to blend in better, personal opinion, but that's me. And at the back, once again, stupid thing, but I'm just gonna say, why just paint it red? But there is a reason why. Sonic, which is here, He looks like he's crucified himself actually. Oh my god, I'm crucified. He pretty much has all the point articulations that you would expect. Obviously as a jazzwear tie, it's pretty weird, like his legs are all, you know, messed up and I'm running. Okay, that's just not on, Thomas. That's just not on. And basically here it is. You have obviously his, you know, I personally do like this attention to detail. You have pretty much his grids on his shoes, which is pretty, you know, pretty nice, I think. Ish. Yeah, pretty nice. You have all the general features you would expect on Sonic, you know, his shoes, his buckles, and obviously his hands, and he has all the posability as of a jazzwear figurine. The only thing that bums me to, oh no, actually I was mistaken, his head actually moves. There you go. But it doesn't move up and down, it's just left and right, which is not bad. Pretty much, and you can obviously tilt his knees. Pretty much the general thing is, if you wanted to, you could have Sonic, you know, just hold his boobisk and become cube, and try to collapse his body, make a cube if you wanted to. Also, you can have another wisp, which is the yellow drill. Now you can have a fusion. They should have added that. A cube with a yellow drill becomes a solidified drill of power. So you go, Sonic Team, if you're listening to this, make it happen. So that's pretty much that. That's pretty much the ideal behind it, which isn't, you know, crazy bad, I suppose, but it's alright. The actual figurine itself isn't that bad. If I can just take his wisp out of his head, and there we go. Just put this back in. I'm just going to stick with that. Yeah, so the general figurine isn't bad itself, you know, it's okay, I'm going to say. It's just, you know, just weird, like the poses you could get. I feel like I could break it, which I don't want to. Then again, why would you, right? Okay, but that's generally the actual overall, you know, wisp itself and its incarnations and what. I'm just going to pack this away quickly. So, how much did I get this for? I got this for, I think it was a pre-order for, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like $80, $80, $80, $90 Australian dollars, which isn't bad, I suppose. Like, you know, for a pre-order figurine and all that sort of stuff. It's not that bad. It's you know, have I played the game? No, I haven't. Obviously this isn't a game review as such. It's more or less just talking about what's inside it and my general thoughts of it. So yeah, how much is it worth now? I've seen this go up to like 150, to be honest. Is it worth its weight in gold? It really depends, to be honest, on yourself. Obviously as a collector, you know, I think it's pretty, to be honest, I think it's pretty worth its weight in gold. Would anybody who hasn't got this, you know, want to get it? I suppose it's totally up to you. Wouldn't go too crazy. It's not the best looking figurine, but it's decent, you know, for its overall package. Where do you get it? Obviously you can't pre-order this anymore. You're gonna have to buy this probably on an Australian eBay website or something like that. If there's a pre-order, I got this, so you know, hooray for me. Anyway guys, in terms of rarity, look, I rarely see this popping up, to be directly honest, unless you do an exclusive search of Sonic Colors. So you are looking maybe roughly about 6 stars out of 10. Depends on how much people want this and whatnot. There has been other alliteration. I think the UK, they got just the figurine, a few wisp in a bag. This comes in a box, which is an Australian exclusive. I think the US got just like a beanie hat, which yeah, this is so much way better in my opinion. Anyway guys, I do hope you enjoyed this review, and just tell me your thoughts on this. Really, it's definitely worth a catch, to be honest. You know, in terms of price and rarity and whatnot. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and speed on and take care.